Good afternoon, and what a delight it's been for us today here at the Royal Global University. We have amidst us our Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Ranoj Pegu. Sir, namaskar.
নমস্কাৰ
Sir, খুব ভাল লাগিল আপুনি আজি আমাৰ মাজত আহি উপস্থিত হোৱাত. Sir, we would like you to describe the current state of the education system in Assam, and especially in the terms of accessibility.
Unlike the other states in the country, here the public education system, it dominates the school education as well as higher education. We have around 70% plus institutions are under the domain of public institution. Only less than 30% institutions are in the private domain. So government of Assam spends a lot this year also in a budget of 1.4 lakh crore budget. The school education department got an allotment of 18,000 crore. So government of Assam is investing quite high budget for development of the school education. And in last 5 years, what we have observed is a considerable performance improvement. Our gross enrollment ratio is increasing and dropout rates are decreasing. The school education next report, UDAS report, is about to come out, and I am expecting very good improvement in our various parameters, including our biggest concern, the dropout rate, particularly in secondary education, that will improve a lot.
Thank you, sir. So, with the changing career landscapes, students today are opting for various skill-based educations, and they are becoming more aware in this regard. So, what are your visualizations in this regard?
My visualization is it is time that we will have to integrate skill education with general education. General education cannot alone give guarantee for employment. So to integrate skill education with general education, we have on one hand a 2,000 crore project with Tata Technologies that is being implemented across the ITIs and the polytechnics. Now we are going to have another MOU with Tata's NELCO for introduction of skill education in schools. Then we have this National Skill Qualification Framework component of our Samagra Shiksha, under which around 1,500 secondary schools we have skill courses. Besides, now we have decided that like in higher education, the universities collaborate with other universities, colleges collaborate with other colleges. Similarly, our schools have begun collaborating with other schools. So schools will give them the freedom to collaborate with other institutions, particularly for skill part of the education. Then in our Assam State School Education Board curriculum, and there we have made changes. We are increasing. Earlier it was a system of 5+1. Now we are making it 6+1. We are increasing one core subject and one elective subject. So skill is again being focused in redesigning the secondary school curriculum.
Right. Thank you, sir. Sir, in our state of Assam and also the Northeast for that matter, but with particular interest in Assam, we talk about the digital divide. But now we can see that a lot of students have access to technology.
Yes.
Of course, everyone carries a smartphone. We also see this in the rural areas. So do you think, what is your vision regarding this digital divide and how it's closing down? And are you all taking any initiatives to minimize the digital divide?
There are two things. One is the digital access to digital device. Another is access to internet. Both are different.
Right.
So now at present our emphasis is on that every school should have digital devices. They have a smart classroom. It doesn't mean that you need to have a very high tech
iPad. No need.
No.
Technology.
You need the technology. Because earlier we used to import lessons
Right.
through blackboard and a white chalk pencil. Now we have the interactive flat panel.
Right.
And I am interacting with the school committees that every school, it is not necessary that you will have to have a interactive flat panel. A smart TV can replace. The cost of an interactive flat panel is around 1 lakh plus. But whereas at the just in 12,000 or 15,000, you can have a smart TV installed. And the smart TV, with the help of the smart TV, all the digital contents, which if we supply in pen drive to the schools, the school can give the benefit to the students. So there will no longer be a digital divide, this gap between the private schools and government schools. All the government schools are going to have smart classrooms, tele-education facility, and digital devices installed in every classroom. Very soon that is going to happen.
Very pleased to hear that.
It is
sir.
happening.
Very pleased to hear that. As we can see, in city bases, this trend, this shift has already taken place. However, it's very heartening to know that this is also taking place in the upcoming places, in the rural scenario. And thank you so much for your time. But towards the end, to close this small discussion that we had with you, despite your busy schedule, as a visionary, what would be your advice to the generation that's coming up in our region, especially our state?
Yes, time is very precious. The age at which we are in schools, colleges, and universities, that period of life is very important. So, how best that period of life is utilized, invested for future sustenance, for future growth, that is very important. And it is very heartening to see that lots of good institutions are coming up, center of excellence, even in the private sector. Royal Global University is doing excellent.
Thank you,
Because it is not only the infrastructure, not only the faculties that attract me, but what I probe into, that I always ask, what is your number of students?
Right.
Sorry. Right now you have an enrollment of 8,000 students.
Almost,
That is very good. That is impressive. And I hope that it will go up and gathering, because that is a big service to the state, big service to the generation. The quality of education they require, the facilities, the ambience that required, that they are, I think, getting in RGU.
Thank you, sir. Once again, what a delight it was to have you
Yes.
amidst us. And we hope that you will keep your blessings on us on a regular basis and keep this vision up.
Thank you.
Thank you and good luck.